So I've been fighting to get this thing running again for the last couple of days. Ended up having to put a new carburetor on it. I made the mistake of leaving some old gas in it. New battery also as well, because it's been a long time since it's actually been run. So I've got it all cleaned out, new carb. Changed the oil while I was at it. Got a new battery. Let's see what it does. Woohoo! Well, it was doing it. It's leaking fuel for one thing. Okay, let's turn that off. Yeah, it runs sort of. I gotta figure out what's going on with the leak and why it's running a little rough, but we'll see. So I'm replacing the carburetor on my Honda engine Black Max generator, and it didn't come with gaskets, and so I put it on, gave it a shot. First of all, it was leaking fuel, but I think that was because I didn't have a clamp on a hose. We'll find that out here in a minute. But then it was searching. It was, the governor was moving a lot, and I think that's probably from an air leak, because this thing here is just kind of worn out. So I looked all over the internet for a gasket kit for it, and I was getting frustrated. And then it dawned on me, and I should have known this from my time around my Uncle Jerry and people that work on cars and race cars and tractors and all that stuff, that you just go get yourself some material for gaskets at like AutoZone. You trace it out and you cut it out with, there it is, with an X-Acto blade. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to try this first one first, because it has this, I don't know, it's some sort of metal, and it looks like it has like a little bit of a gasket thing on here. So I'm just going to try and just use this one again. I mean, obviously I'll have to have this metal part, but I went ahead and traced it on here just in case I need to, and I might need to do it twice, just to see if, you know, maybe. But I think because it's before the carburetor, it won't be a problem. I think the searching and all that is the leak after the carburetor, and that's this one. So I'm going to replace this one first and give it a shot. Alright, it's 20 minutes to 1 in the morning, and I just made up my mind I was not stopping until I get this thing running. I am going to have to add some oil because it's low on oil, but I do have enough oil in it now that it stays running, because it was running and then it would stop, and it was running and stop, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and then I realized not enough oil. So figured out a way to get more oil in it, but then I ran out of oil, so I need to buy some more oil tomorrow, but it's running enough that I can at least show. So check it. Too much because it doesn't have oil, or it has oil but not really enough. So anyways, we're in business. Okay, this should be the last time I have to do this. I did that last video in the middle of the night, and I was kind of looking at it and I realized, man, it's revving awfully high, and then I was like, oh crap, I forgot to put the governor back on the thing. So just took it back apart, put the governor on, put it back together. Let's see what we got. There we go. Now all I gotta do is get everything wired up to plug it directly into my house. Okay, so now it is time to wire my generator hookup into my panel. I'm doing the outside work right now because it's looking like it's going to rain any minute. This is the generator. Obviously, it's not going to sit here. It's going to be taken outside as far away from the house as I can get it. But on the advice of someone I know and trust with electrical stuff, I just knocked that knockout out and went through the wall. I'm going to eventually get one of these for there, so that or something, so that it's not capable of cutting it. And then on the other side, is the box that I've got, and fixing to wire this into that. This is where I'll be plugging in my generator, and then I will show you the rest later. Okay, so I got the twist lock generator connector box installed outside. I've got it wired with some 10.3, well, it's 10.3 plus a ground, so basically 10.4, but it's 10.3. And then I realized that, okay, so these two have to be moved down here. I thought I had bought a 30 amp like this, 220 for this, but I cannot find it. And so it's 4:15 in the morning, and I work better out here in the garage, even though I've got the air conditioner on. That little air conditioner. Let me show you that. The little air conditioner hooked up, and it works better, you know, at night. Obviously, South Louisiana, summertime, it's hot and humid. Anyways, so I tend to work at night right now because I can, because I'm off. So anyways, can't go to Home Depot though at 4:15 in the morning. So I get that, and then I'll wire this in. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, while I'm waiting for my breaker, is, and I don't want to turn the power off while I'm working alone. I really don't have a light, but it's just, it'll be better when I can just open the garage door tomorrow and have light and just cut the power off to do this a little bit. So I don't want to do that in the middle of the night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the interlock kit, and I'm going to show you that here in 1 second. Okay, so I'm getting my garage squared away, but it's still not quite. I got a bunch of lumber, and I did some work, so I got tools out I need to put back. But the point is, I've got really nowhere to put to work on right now, so I got to work on these tools. So it is what it is. This is why I'm trying to get the garage squared away, because it's a nightmare. Anyways, went online to generatorlock.com. Made sure I picked the right. You got to make sure you pick the right panel, because these things are specific to your specific panel. And I bought this kit. It's got this part, and then these. Also comes with some stickers and all that, and I'll show you that when it's installed. But what I'm doing now is following the instructions, and I have, I don't know if you can see it, but I put it on there, and I used a center punch to punch a little spot in the middle where the center of those holes were. Now I can use the provided drill bit that I've chucked in my drill and drill those out. Then I can install this, and after I get it installed, I'll come back. Okay, so I'm back, and 5 or 10 minutes, probably less than 10 minutes, it took to install this. And pretty simple. So how this works is this. When this is down in this position here, see, this slides up and down, right? When it's in the down position like that, it's sitting on the main breaker, and the main breaker being on does not allow this to come up. In turn, that does not allow this breaker to be turned on. When you turn the main breaker off, it comes over to this slot. Now you can lift this up, and now you can turn on your generator breaker. And then this keeps it from coming down. So when it's on, this can't move down, which means that this can't be turned on, and vice versa. So that's important, because that way you don't backfeed your generator power into the main line and possibly electrocute a utility worker who's trying to get the power back on. Also, it protects your equipment, but more so it protects the workers. So there's stickers that come with this that I got to put on here, and it basically says that, you know, it's to the code, and it actually has the code number and all that for the electrical code and everything. And so it's all good. Now all I got to do is go get my correct breaker, 30 amp breaker for my panel, and get this thing wired up, get this thing back on, and I will be ready for hurricane season finally. This is now the generator breaker, and there's the warning basically saying that if the panel's off, that cannot be on. And then there's some zip ties tying these two together, I'm guessing just to make it more stable. And that tag right there is the warning for that. Okay, so I got this back on. This is how it works. I'm not gonna do it right now because we got the AC running, trying to get things cooled off again in the house. Actually, it was fairly cool, but still want to get it back up to normal before I do this. One of the things I'm going to do is me and the kids are going to track down all of these breakers and know what's on them. So I'm going to do that soon, just so we know. We'll put the better tags like that on them. And there's a sticker that I have to put up here. There's actually two of them. Let's see, so there's one. I'm gonna put this one. Well, I'll pause this and I'll come back. Okay, so I got all the stickers in. This basically says that there's a generator on site and that the inlet is on the opposite side of this wall. And when you open it up, you have that same warning here. You have that warning about that. You have the warnings that I showed on the inside, and this is basically the instructions on how to work it, on how to work this interlock right here. So that's pretty much it for now. Here in a little bit, I'm gonna drag the generator out and plug it into the receptacle and give it a test. Alright, we're just kind of testing it out, and this is not where it'll be. It'll be actually over here. Anyways, this is where we plug in, right here. So you open this up, it's got the instructions, it's got the little caution thing, it also has a caution thing on here, let you know there's a generator on site. This is the breaker for the generator, has a little warning sticker on it. Inside there's a couple warning stickers, I did that earlier. So you see how this right here, this will not move up when this main power switch is on, right? And this will not move over with that in that position. To turn it on, you start up your generator, you warm it up, then you turn off the power. Oop. Oh, I got shit, I can't see. Okay, let me see. Anybody got a flashlight? We need a flashlight. Alright, let's try that again with a flashlight so I can actually see. Okay, so again, when you turn this on, you try to, with the power on, main power on, this will not move up. This will not move over. This is your breaker for your generator. when you turn the power off, now, can you come hold this? What is that right there? Alright, now you can move this up, and in doing so, now you can move this over. And there you go. Although, wow. That's everything and it's still running. But of course, there's some things that we just can't do that way. So anyways, we're gonna turn this back off. Turn this back on. I had everything on, but obviously the air conditioner wasn't running, or it would have definitely tripped it, because I have 7,000 watts of running, the 8750 of surge, and it's not going to run everything on this thing. But it would certainly run, I think, most of the 20 amp stuff. We'd have to see, especially if not everything's running at the same time. So anyways, that's how it works.